Hola, my fellow physical therapy and physical therapy assistant students. My name is Gustavo Martinez, and I am the nominating committee chair-elect of the APTA Student Assembly Board of Directors. It is my pleasure to introduce you and interview the candidates for the nominating committee chair-elect position for the 2020-2021 Student Assembly Board of Directors. Candidates, please start by introducing yourselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Jillian Watson and I am a second year physical therapy student at Mercer University in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hello everyone, my name is Tao Kimaboye. I also go as Teo, and I'm a second year student physical therapist at Ithaca College in Ithaca, New York.
Hey everyone, my name is Marino Bucci. I also go by Reno, and I am a second year student at University of Central Florida in Orlando, Florida.
Fantastic. Let's get started with the interview. We'll start off first with Jillian. Jillian, how do you plan to use this position to empower both student physical therapists and student physical therapist assistants to step out of their comfort zone and feel equipped to make a difference in the profession?
Thank you so much, Gustavo. So I think the nominating committee has a really unique role in that we get to have these in-depth conversations with applicants that are applying for the Student Assembly Board of Directors, and we get to know them personally and professionally. But what I would challenge us as a nominating committee is that we need to be doing this with every student that comes to us and wants to get involved. Getting to know these students, getting to know their interests, getting to know what excites them, getting to know why they have or have not been involved before is going to help us utilize our skill set, our network that we've created, and our knowledge to plug them into the right position, whether or not that's within the board of directors or within an academy or even just within their state chapter. We have that opportunity to be able to empower those students by setting them up for success with other people that are doing things that they want to do, and also by filling their plate without overwhelming them. I think it's really important when we're having discussions with students that we don't encourage something that might overwhelm them, that might kind of cause their plate to overflow, because I know from personal experience that that can cause you to kind of want to back away from involvement. So again, I think just our expertise and our resources is going to help us encourage those students to go for things that they're going to get out of school one day and they're going to be like, I can't wait to go and work on this because I'm good at it. I'm kind of nervous about it because it's new for me, but I also feel like I've got a great support system because I'm surrounded by other people that are doing the same thing. So I just think that those intimate conversations are really important. Now, we don't get to do those in person anytime soon, so I think it's going to be really important to utilize different resources that we have as the Student Assembly Board of Directors to connect with those students. We're going to need to find the people that are kind of involved in their state chapters and in their programs and get them to pull forward some of the students that aren't as involved yet so that they can come and meet with us and kind of get a face and the voice of what's happening with national leadership.
Jillian, thank you so much for your answer. Now we'll go off to Teo. Teo, if a student physical therapist or student physical therapy assistant asked you what benefits he or she would gain from engaging in APTA and student activities, what would you answer them?
Thank you, Gustavo. First, I think that what I would do is sort of the approach that I do when I'm tutoring someone is I would first ask them what they would expect to gain from joining the APTA themselves, just to see first where their head is at, and then from then on I would engage them and start to tell them about how engaging in the APTA is just being a part of something that's way bigger than themselves, and also it's not too hard. I think in the beginning of PT school for me, I didn't really understand exactly how I could engage in the APTA, but as easy as just fighting a cut and sending out templates that are already created, that makes such a difference, and it's something small and easy. And beyond that as well, is just being able to engage with not only just experienced clinicians within the APTA, but students as well. Like I wish when I was at CSM, I met all of you there. but I didn't. But I went and met many other students that were from different parts of the country, and you get to learn so much just from each other, whether it be a certain class that you might excel in that you could even help them with, if it's just placements with clinicals, anything beyond that. I think that it's great to be connected not only just with clinicians, but students as well. And being a part of the APTA will definitely engage you in many different roles.
Thank you, Teo. Thank you for answering that question. Now we'll go to Reno. Reno, the nominating committee is responsible for slating the next year's Student Assembly Board of Director candidates. Describe a strategy that you would implement to increase applicants of both student physical therapists and student physical therapy assistants over the next year.
Thank you, Gustavo. This is a good question. This is kind of an issue that we've tried to tackle with the FPTA. I'm currently the chair, the SIG chair of the FPTA, and we've kind of been discussing different strategies to get people to run for those elections as well. And actually, when we had that webinar that was kind of discussing this election process and how everything's going to be different this year now that we're virtual, we kind of had I was discussing with some of the other SIG members, and we had the idea of having a SPTA or SPT involvement YouTube page, essentially, where we're just going to kind of go over, we hear about all these events, we hear about CSM and NSC, and there's all these abbreviations and so many letters we really don't understand, like we don't really know what those events really entail. So we think that with the way that everything is virtual right now, one of the easiest ways to get the word out about different events and how you can get involved and what exactly you can contribute to would be through short videos. So establishing a YouTube presence and just a little bit of an explanation on each one of the events, maybe just a 1 minute, 2 minute video. It's hard to keep people engaged. So we want to make sure that there's really good content within these videos, and it really just describes what each event or what the elections process, how it's going to work, how you're going to be able to contribute to it, and just providing a succinct little inventory of all of the different events that you can go out and get involved in. And that also includes each of the APTA Student Assembly Board of Directors positions. So in doing that, what I would hope to do is hopefully get some of the current board members to be able to submit hopefully a 1 minute video, 1 to 2 minutes of what they did in their position, and then we can add that to that inventory. So I think just providing a nice little kind of video index of all the different positions and just a way for people to be able to learn about those positions is going to be very vital to that. So yeah.
Thank you, Reno, for answering that question. And thank you all three. Now, before we wrap up, and so the student members can get to know you a little bit better, I want to ask you all a fun question now. Could you all go around again in the same order and answer this question? And it's the same one for each three of y'all. If one animal was made the size of an elephant, which would be the scariest and why?
So as someone who originally hails from Minnesota, I was not used to cockroaches when I moved to Pensacola, Florida. And now Georgia. So immediately, and I guess it's a bug, but immediately thinking about a cockroach as the size of an elephant terrifies me because they're hard to get rid of anyway, let alone if they were that size.
I gotcha. Teo?
Yeah, I was along the same sort of line in terms of like insect more. I was thinking mosquito because I hate mosquitoes, and I was thinking if that was the size of an elephant, that would scare the life out of me and I'd probably run away. So definitely a mosquito for me.
Nice. Reno?
So I was going to say a spider, but I want to switch up the theme from insects, and I'll go with my second choice, and I'll say a snake, because I literally could not imagine seeing a snake just slithering towards you the size of an elephant. That would just be pretty traumatizing.
Truth. Well, no, thank you for those wonderful answers. Fellow students, thank you for joining us in this interview. These are the candidates for the nominating committee chair-elect position for the 2021 Student Assembly Board of Directors. All students are able to cast their votes between October 8th to November 7th on the candidate webpage found on apta.org. Thank you again for joining us. Till we meet again